Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. As DK Metcalf and the Seattle Seahawks attempt to agree to a new contract, the star receiver briefly addressed the 12s during the Seattle All-Star Classic celebrity softball game on June 25th, 2022. Metcalf did not get into his full rationale behind the recent minicamp holdout, but hinted at his desire to remain in Seattle. And while it could hardly have been expected, Metcalf would have used the occasion of a celebrity softball game to get anything off his chest. His brief remarks to the crowd seem to indicate he hopes to stick around. The Seattle Times' Bob Condotta wrote on June 25th, "I know I've only been here 3 years," Metcalf said, "but y'all are my family now." Metcalf skipped the Seahawks' mandatory minicamp during June 14th to 16th as part of the wideouts' push for a new long-term deal. The Seahawks playmaker is heading into the final season of his 4-year, $4.5 million rookie contract. Metcalf is slated to have a $3.98 million salary in 2022 and will be a free agent in 2023 if no new deal is reached. Under this scenario, the Seahawks would still have the ability to use the franchise tag to keep Metcalf from hitting free agency next offseason. Despite the tension in attempting to get a new deal done, espn NFL insider Jeremy Fowler reported that there is no bad blood between the receiver and Seahawks. Yet Seattle is running out of time to iron out a new contract with Metcalf before veterans report to training camp on July 26. The Seahawks are hopeful that they could get a deal done with DK Metcalf, who is also entering the final year of his deal. Fowler said on the June 20th edition of SportsCenter, per Bleacher Report, they probably will wait until around training camp to heat that up. That's what happened with Jamal Adams, their high-profile free agent from last year. So I'm told Metcalf has been in touch with some people in Seattle. There's no bad blood despite him missing minicamp last week. It's really just the cost of doing business at a high level, and they're hopeful that they can get that to the finish line. Aside from the contract stalemate, there is good news regarding Metcalf's health as the NFL star appears to have recovered from his off-season foot surgery. Metcalf moved around just fine during the celebrity softball game, showing he was no worse for the wear. Per Condotta, there is clearly a major difference between taking on opposing NFL corners and jogging around the bases during a charity event. But during the softball game, Metcalf's foot appeared just fine. Though it's worth remembering there's a big difference between legging out a hit in a celebrity softball game and playing in an NFL game, Condotta detailed. Still, Metcalf looked no worse for the wear. He ran easily to second base on his first at-bat when his hit up the middle was thrown away, and he then scampered quickly to home a few seconds later to score following another hit. And while celebrity softball games are hardly intense affairs, if there were really any worries about how Metcalf's foot was recovering from the surgery, they didn't seem evident Saturday. It was the first running Metcalf had been seen doing in the Seattle area since the season ended, though. So, we're having this dispute. Do I see DK Metcalf signing a long deal? I don't know. I have no idea what is happening with, DJ Metcalf. Metcalf is basically caught up in wanting a new deal, and in my opinion, I hope he gets a new deal, but it's going to be hard. Because usually the Seattle Seahawks really don't sign guys back. and they're very hard negotiators. Very hard negotiators. So we'll see. So, my thing is, don't miss mandatory camp because they could use that against you. They could use that against you in a bad way, and that's just how they are. The NFL does whatever it takes. So, but do I feel like Seattle needs to sign him? I mean, I wouldn't sign him back. You got rid of Russell Wilson, so to me, I would let him walk and go get you some, build your team back up. Mainly starting with defense, because that's what won you the championships was defense. But if I'm them, I wouldn't sign. I mean, DK, he's a good receiver, but he's not great. He's a great talent, but as far as playing receiver, fundamentals, he's not real good to me route running. To me, he has to work on certain things. So, I hope for the best for him. If he gets his money, cool. I want him to get his money. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But Seattle's MO is not to pay anybody. So let me know in the comment section, does DK deserve his money? And should he sit out from camp until he gets his money? Or should he report to camp and just play on that contract? So let me know. Thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you guys love what you hear, you can go to the description box. Hit that link and hit that link to my Cash App where you could donate whatever your heart's desire. You guys can also super chat during a live and premiere video, and you guys can also leave a super thanks if you choose not to use those forms of giving donating. So, thank you guys, man, for listening. We out. Deezy.